Today's review is kind of a wild one, more of an adult-themed one, so you have been warned. Another thing is that, well, I'm keeping the channel going, and I have quite a few ideas. I think I'm going to review the monthly Batman issue for one, and I think I'm going to use a cool new format that won't be apparent, like, right away, but I'm going to try my best to add maybe some animations into it, and try and make this a little bit more better, a little bit more, cool. We'll go with that. So I hope you enjoy, and without further ado, I present to you Batman, the Killing Joke.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Polar Bear.
Batman the Killing Joke is one of, if not the best Batman Joker story of all time, also considered to be one of the definitive Joker stories. The graphic novel was written by famed writer Alan Moore, also known for work on things like Watchmen and Saga the Swamp Thing, and illustrated by Brian Bolland, and depending on what version of the Killing Joke you're reading, also colored by Brian Bolland too, because there's two versions of the book with the original coloring and the new coloring. Whichever version of the Killing Joke after, I believe, the 18th print is a new coloring. But the original inker was John Higgins, and to be honest, while the original ink is good, I do prefer the new version just because it's cleaner and fits the mood a bit more. But the classic is a bit more vibrant and neon, if that makes sense. Anywho, into the review. We begin with Batman going to Arkham Asylum to meet up with Commissioner Gordon, and both of them go to a very specific cell in Arkham, the Joker's. When they reach his cell, Batman goes in as the Joker plays solitaire at his table. Batman sits and starts monologuing and is like, "Alright, Jokester, we've been doing this for a while, and you might kill me, or I might kill you, but someone's gonna die, and we should, not do this." But then Batman is like, "Are you listening to me?" And he grabs Joker's hand, and Joker pulls back, but alas, the makeup rubbed off Joker's hand. But as you know, Joker's skin is bleached white. So Batman gets uber pissed and interrogates the man on where Joker is. Cut to the Joker at an abandoned circus looking to buy it from someone trying to sell it and just get rid of it. Now there's a secondary plot going on in this book of Joker's supposed past. We cut to the past and it's Joker going home to his pregnant wife, but in these parts, I'm going to refer to Joker as Jack so you know which part is sane, for lack of a better term. And they argue about how Joker is a failed comedian, even though I just said he was going to be Jack. About how Jack is a failed comedian. He eventually breaks down and cries because he can't provide for his family, but he wants to make more money to provide for his family. Then we cut back to the Joker talking to the guy about buying the circus, and he kills the guy and takes it, so he bought the circus. Then we have a page of Batman in the Batcave talking to Joker about Alfred, and then we cut to the shock factor of the book. Commissioner Gordon and Barbara are at their apartment. Barbara is getting ready to go out with her friend. Then she opens the door, and there is the Joker. He shoots Barbara, and as many of you know, cripples her. He also undresses her and takes pictures of her, but, viewer discretion was advised. Joker also kidnaps Commissioner Gordon too and takes him to the circus, which sounds more fun than it is. We go back in time again to Jack talking to some gangsters about robbing his old place of work to make some money and pull the heist. And this is the reveal of him being the Red Hood during this time. Go back into current time and Batman visits Barbara in the hospital and she tells him that Commissioner Gordon was kidnapped and Batman needs to save him. Then Jim Gordon is at the circus being stripped and presented to the Joker, to which the Joker is trying to prove a point. It only takes one bad day to turn a sane man insane. We jump back again because there's a lot of that, and Jack found out that his wife had died testing a bottle heater that short-circuited that killed her. So he wants to call off the heist, but he can't because he's in too deep now, and they get ready for the heist anyways later on. We go back to now, where Joker is making Gordon go on this roller coaster ride around naked and showing him pictures of his naked daughter lying there in her own blood, dying out, while the Batman is searching for Jim. Batman gets summoned to the GCPD and he gets an invitation to the circus. We then cut to our last flashback of what is now the Red Hood gang members going through Ace Chemical to get to the building next door so they can steal the money from there. But it goes bad and the security guards kill the gang members and Batman goes after the Red Hood. And because Batman is intimidating, Red Hood trips and falls into the vat of acid. And as you know, he comes out as the Joker. Batman then arrives at the circus and attacks the Joker, but the Joker escapes into the House of Fun. Since Gordon is out there in a cage, Batman then gets Gordon out of the cage and makes sure he is okay. And then Gordon goes, "You gotta get the Joker. You gotta bring him in by the book, though." Proving that the Joker did not break Gordon, like the Joker had planned on it. Batman then goes in and tries to get to the Joker, avoiding all the traps, all while the Joker spots exposition about his origin. Now, if he had an origin, he wants it to be multiple choice, and that his life is a joke, and why Batman isn't laughing. Then Batman finds the Joker and fights, and Joker pulls down Batman's cowl by the eyes. It's kind of funny, but then they fight, and Batman then, of course, beats the Joker. And we make our way all the way back to the beginning of the book of Batman wanting to talk to the Joker to rehabilitate him and make him better. But Joker says no. It's too late for him at this point, and then reminds him of a joke. These two guys in a lunatic asylum, and one day they decided they didn't want to be there anymore. They decided they were going to escape. So they get on the roof, there's a narrow gap that they need to jump to freedom. The first guy jumps over no problem, but the second guy, oh no, he's scared of falling, so the first guy says, I'll shine my light across the way and you can cross it. The second guy then says, what do you think I am, crazy? You'll just turn it off when I'm halfway across. The Joker starts laughing and Batman joins him laughing, and the panel then pans to a puddle of water. And as the sets of laughing go silent, only one person can be heard laughing. And while in the distance, there is a set of sirens coming to the circus. And that is how The Killing Joke ends. The Killing Joke is probably one of my favorite Batman books of all time. It is literally you should read it. I know that my review did not do it much justice, but you should really read this. I give this one obviously 10 Lego bats out of 10 Lego bats. It is so good. So if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know what, I'm gonna keep this in. And if you do, don't forget to keep collecting what you like. And I'll see you guys in the next one.